a very warm welcome to our YouTube session. I really hope that you guys are doing well. So today's YouTube session is going to be interesting because we're going to discuss something factual, all right, and we're going to discuss something from which you are sure to get questions, all right. So you all know that when we do modern India, we have to deal with a number of governor-generals and viceroys, right, of India and of Bengal, okay. So in today's session, we will be focusing on the Governor-Generals of Bengal and what their contribution was. And I have made this in the form of a tabular format so that it becomes easy for you to remember and becomes very easy for you to revise. Okay. So these are the Governor-General, this is their tenure, and these are the important events or any important step that they might have taken. Okay? So let's start with the discussion. So first of all, we have Warren Hastings, and his tenure is from 1774 to 1785. What has he done? What are his major contributions? So he is the one who has caused the end of diarchy in Bengal. He has also caused the shifting of treasury from Murshidabad to Calcutta. Fine. He is responsible for taking over the collection of revenue. Zamindars were given judicial power under him. He had also led to the establishment of civil and criminal courts in the district. And in 1774, the Supreme Court was established in Calcutta. 1781, he founded the Calcutta Madrasa to promote Islamic studies. So these are his contributions. Now, whatever I have underlined and particularly whichever have dates are very important. Okay. All right. Then he is also responsible in 1784, Asiatic Society of Bengal was established under his reign. Warren Hastings resigned from his post against the Pitt's India Bill in 1785. We will be doing all these bills as well, don't worry. So there was a lot of protest regarding the Pitt's India Bill. So he had to resign because of that. And he was impeached upon his return to England for his actions in India. So whatever he has done in India, for that he was impeached in the British Parliament when he had returned to England. The next person that we have here is Lord Cornwallis, and he is from 1786 to 1793. What are his contributions? What has happened in his reign? The Sanskrit College and the Banaras College was founded. The Sanskrit College in Banaras was founded 1791 by Jonathan Duncan. Introduction of the new police system of 1791. The Third Anglo-Mysore War and the defeat of Tipu Sultan. The Treaty of Seringamapatnam. Introduction of Cornwallis Code based on the principle of separation of powers of judiciary, executive and legislature. Creation of the post of district judge 1793, introduction of permanent settlement 1793, and Cornwallis is also known as the father of the civil services. So you can see he has, quite a few feathers up his hat. It doesn't matter whether they were suitable for us or not. He has made some significant contributions, which is very important for us to know. Okay. After this, we have Sir John Shore. He is from 1793 to 98. He introduced the first Charter Act in 1793. Battle of Kharda between Nizam and the Marathas happened under his reign. Permanent settlement with Cornwallis, all right. He actually planned the permanent settlement. And he is famous for his policy of non-interference. So he did not really want to interfere in the Indian matters. Not just the Indian matters, he did not want to interfere in the Indian educational or religious matters. Okay? So he is very famous for his policy of non-interference. Then we have Lord Richard Wellesley, 1798 to 1805. Introduced the subsidiary alliance for achieving British paramountcy. He is very well known for that. Then the states that enter into the alliances were Hyderabad, please remember the dates, Mysore, Tanjore, Awadh, Peshwa, Bhosle, Sindhia, Jodhpur, Jaipur. We also have the occurrence of the Second Anglo-Maratha War and the defeat of Scindia, Holkar and Bhosles. Then we also have the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, which caused the death and defeat of Tipu Sultan. Other than this, there were other states such as Macheri, Bundi, Bharatpur and Berar, which have also accepted the system of subsidiary alliance. Okay. Apart from this, he is also someone who has contributed to the formation of Madras Presidency after the conquest of Tanjore and Carnatic, and he also was responsible, not responsible directly, but all this was happening under his reign. So, Treaty of Basain with Peshwa, that has also happened under his reign, and capture of Delhi by Lord Lake and the complete subversion of the Mughal emperors to the company, or the complete, you can say, the Mughals had literally submitted to the company, and that all that has happened under whose reign? Under the reign of whom? This has happened under the reign of Lord Wellesley. Okay. Then we have Sir George Barlow, 1805 to 1807. He is ruled only for 2 years. So, end of the Second Anglo-Maratha War, Sepoy Mutiny of Vellore. Then, and this was happening, why? Because there was this replacement, guys. So, initially, the Sikh soldiers would be wearing a turban, right? They would be wearing their pug. But then that was replaced by this leather French cockade kind of a hat, which resulted in this mutiny. Fine. Then he also tried restoration of peace with that of the Scindias and Holkars. Then we have Minto I. He ruled from 1807 to 1813. He sent the mission of Malcolm to Persia and that of Elphinstone to Kabul. He also signed the Treaty of Amritsar with Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the Charter Act of 1813. Then we have Francis Rawdon Hastings. This is 1813 to 1823, and he signed under his reign. We have the Treaty of Sugali being signed between the East India Company and the Kingdom of Nepal, or the King of Nepal. Treaty of Poona was signed with that of the Peshwa. Anglo-Nepal War has happened 1816 to 1814 to 1816. Third Anglo-Maratha War has happened 1817 to 1818, and this has happened under Francis Rawdon Hastings. Okay. Then lastly, we also have the Pindari War taking place. Now, for those of you who don't know who the Pindaris are militias, right? They are military men who fight for money, okay? So, generally they were associated with Mughals, but later on they came to be associated with the Marathas as well, okay? So, Pindaris usually have this way of fighting that they would help you fight the battle, but they would not accept money as their payment. They would simply ask you to allow them to do what? They would simply ask you to allow them to loot and plunder once the war is over, and this is how they gained money, okay? So, we have the Pindari War over here. We also have the creation of Bombay Presidency, Rayatwari settlement in Madras by Governor Thomas Munro. We also have the Mehelwari system of land revenue was implemented in the northwest by James Thompson. And lastly, we have Lord William Amherst, 1823 to 1828. He adopted the policy of intervention and war. So, from the non-interference policy, we see the conclusion, or we can see that there was a transfer to the policy of intervention and war that has started taking place, okay? So, there was intervention and war. He introduced this policy that we are going to intervene in everything and we are going to go to war with them as well, fine? Then he also has the first Burmese war, all right? And the capture of Bharatpur also happened under his reign. So that's it for today's video, guys. This was all about the Governor-Generals of Bengal, what their contributions have been, what has happened, whatever event has happened during their reign, and the tenure that they have ruled for. So it is very important that you remember the name, the tenure, what events have happened, what policies have they pursued, all right, and how it has affected India. That is something we will have a discussion later on, all right. So that's about it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Most importantly, I really hope that you learned from it, right? I have made this in a tabular form so that you have it in one place and you're able to revise things easily. You're able to revise these things very easily. So you can just go through these videos, you can just go through these pages and it will be easy for you to revise when you're preparing for your exams, all right? So I really hope that this video was useful for you. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. So thank you so much guys for joining me over here. If you still have any doubts and difficulties, please feel free to contact me. Please feel free to comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you all with it. Till then, this is me, Nicky Sinha, signing off. Take care. See you all. Bye-bye.